I've trained BJJ for 9 years. I've trained firearms. I work in executive protection and armed security. And if you ask me what the single most important self-defense skill is, I wouldn't say any of that. It's situational awareness. And you can start building it today without stepping foot in a gym. Here's what I mean. Most people walk through life in what we call condition white. That's completely unaware. Head in your phone, earbuds in, no idea who's around you, where the exits are, or what just changed in your environment. I'm not asking you to live in condition red. That's hypervigilance. That's exhausting and unnecessary. I'm asking you to live in condition yellow, relaxed but alert. You're not looking for threats, you're just noticing things. Let me go deeper on color codes, because they're actually a framework developed by Lieutenant Colonel Jeff Cooper, and they're used across military, law enforcement, and executive protection. White is unaware, oblivious. This is most people most of the time. Something happens, you're reacting from zero. You're behind before you start. Yellow is relaxed alert. This is where you want to live, your daily life. Yellow, relaxed alert. This is where you want to live your daily life. You're not stressed, you're not scanning for threats, you're just present. You notice things. You have a general awareness of your surroundings. If something changes, you see it. Orange, focused alert. Something specific has your attention. A person, a sound, a behavior that doesn't fit. You're not panicking, you're assessing. You're making a plan. If that person does X, I'm going to do Y. Red, action. The threat is real and you're executing your plan. Run, hide, or fight. You've already decided because you were in orange before you got to red. The gap between white and red is where people freeze. If you go from totally unaware to active threat with no transition, your brain locks up. That freeze response is what gets people hurt. Living in yellow means you never have to make the jump. You go from yellow to orange to red in a smooth escalation. Your brain has time to process. You act instead of react. Here's how I practice it and how you can start today. The baseline game. Every time you walk into a space, a coffee shop, a restaurant, a grocery store, your place of worship, take 3 seconds and notice 3 things. 1, where are the exits? Not just the front door, back door, emergency exits, windows. 2, who's already here? Not to judge anyone, just to establish a baseline. If you know what normal looks like, you'll instantly notice when something isn't. 3, where would I go? Something happened right now. What's my first move? You don't need a tactical plan, just a direction. 3 seconds, 3 questions, that's it. You do this for 2 weeks, and I promise you'll start noticing things you never noticed before. The person lingering by the exit who isn't shopping. The car that's been circling the parking lot. The energy in a room that doesn't match the environment. That's not paranoia, that's awareness. And awareness buys you time, and time buys you options. Time is what keeps you alive. Here are 3 exercises I do regularly, and I want you to try all 3 this week. Exercise 1, the exit game. Every time you enter a building, identify 2 exits within the first 3 seconds. Make it a game with your partner or your kids. Where's exit number 2? You'll be amazed how often there's only one obvious exit, and people never look for the second one. Exercise 2, the people count. When you sit down at a restaurant or a coffee shop, take a mental snapshot. Roughly, how many people are here? Where are most of them concentrated? Where are the empty areas? Now check again in 10 minutes. What changed? Who's new? Who left? You're not surveilling anyone. You're building the habit of noticing your environment. Exercise 3, the parking lot scan. Before you get out of your car, take 5 seconds. Look around the lot. Anyone sitting in a parked car? Anyone lingering near your vehicle? Anyone walking towards you? This one is especially important at night and especially important for anyone who has ever felt vulnerable in a parking lot. Those 5 seconds cost you nothing and they give you a head start. Here's the thing nobody in this space tells you. The goal of self-defense isn't to fight, it's to not have to. And the best way to not have to fight is to see trouble before it sees you. The Islamic Center of San Diego had security cameras, armed guards, fences, homeland security grants. They did so much right, and sometimes evil still finds a way through. But Amin Abdullah's awareness and training gave him the ability to respond in seconds. Those seconds saved 140 children. You may never face what he faced, but the awareness that allowed him to act that fast, You can start building that today, right now, for free. That's what a model civilian does: aware, capable, not looking for problems, just ready if one finds them. I teach this stuff because I genuinely believe it's the most accessible, most impactful thing any civilian can learn. You don't need a gym membership, you don't need a firearm, you don't need a black belt. You just need the decision to start paying attention. If you want to go deeper, I put together a free guide called 5 Things Every Civilian Should Know About Self-Defense. It covers situational awareness and 4 other foundational skills. Link is in the description. And if you want to follow along as I break down more of this every week, subscribe to the channel and follow at Model Civilian on Instagram and at The Model Civilian on TikTok. This is just the beginning.